Hi, I'm Rachel Scher, and I'm excited to talk to you about approaches to integrating equity and science. Uh, so, uh, High school teachers of science want to and are often expected to address equity in their classes, but often aren't sure how to do so in physics. Schools mostly support them in teaching um, with non-physics specific equity efforts, such as accommodating learning differences, providing students with access to educational resources, and closing achievement gaps. And these approaches are super important in helping to students to play the game, to succeed in physics as it is, upholding the current norms and expectations without addressing how physics knowledge is constructed or applied. The Energy and Equity Project supports high school teachers to integrate equity into their physics teaching in recognition that physics, like every field, has been fundamentally shaped by systems of oppression, and that teachers can imagine and create physics learning activities that help students begin to change the game, to reshape physics and even change the world through physics specific justice efforts. And here's a framework that we find helps organize the different ways of addressing equity in physics. So first of all, on the left are the what we call the dominant approaches that help students play the game. These include access and achievement. The access category is for equity efforts that are focused on accommodations for learning differences and equitable distribution of academic resources. And the achievement category is helps organize the efforts about equitable school accomplishment, like closing achievement gaps. The critical approaches, the approaches that are supporting students to change the game, include identity and power. Identity is the category of approaches in which students are helped to see themselves in the curriculum and as scientists. So, one of our teachers, who I'll call Rebecca, said, often I teach content and then social justice separately by bringing up, quote, hidden figures and talking about women in physics and people of color in physics and LGBTQ people in physics and space travel and that sort of thing. But it's not interwoven into the curriculum, was her observation. It's here's these people and here's physics. Um, another category, the power category, is about recognizing the political, economic, and cultural origins and applications of physics concepts. So Rebecca again reflected energy is just a construct. So, of course, the people who constructed the idea shaped it towards their thinking patterns and societal goals. It makes me think about how much richer, deeper, and more profound science could be if we made room at the table for more diverse people to be involved. What understandings did we miss out on by not hearing all the voices that could have had so much to contribute? Finally, the fifth category that we've identified is the change the world category, or identifying justice approaches to equity in physics, in which science is really a tool for justice movements. So another high school teacher, Nora, reflected, my colleagues and I are adapting our energy and electricity instruction to help students connect their learning to local environmental justice issues, including a local natural gas compressor station being built in a flood zone and an electric substation in my students' home neighborhood. So these are some examples of different approaches to equity in science teaching and what some high school teachers have used this framework to inspire their work. Thank you.